By the way, welcome to my floor. I'm Luna and I play games here sometimes, and this is not working. No. Wait, there. I'm gonna jump on this one so I can double check the chat. And then I'm just gonna jump straight into the story because I do not remember what I was doing. I remember mist. That's about it. Prepare for the rain jade white. Right. And I have to do what? Go to that island and that one. I feel like it would be helpful if I. Oh, what's that? What's in the water? Is this gonna help me or hurt me? Hello! I forgot I don't need to swim. Hello, what are you? Hi, Desert, by the way. I don't know that. Look for objective in the area. I'm assuming this is the objective, but maybe I need to get this one. Woo! Enemies. I have very little hell for the moment. Also, what happened to the music? I thought I put the music on. Music. The music. The music is on. This is passing on to 100%. The help. Help. I need a healer. And you're jumping on with the. You're doing the pickup lines already. I haven't mentally prepared myself. Okay, sure. Wait, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to heal. Evil mod. God, that's so close. You guys are just. I mean, I feel like blowing bubbles on someone shouldn't be like a thing that hurts you. Don't make soap bubbles a bad thing. I like soap bubbles. They make me happy. It's like I want a bubble gun at some point. Because they look so cool. And to like so much. I want to go to like Pride or something with it. Oh, this is what I needed. Oh, right. There. You need to be here. The what? The NRE thing equipped to heal with food? I don't think so. What is that? Ooh, got big. When the sacred simulacra. Go to my inventory. To the like the these, or is it a weapon, or is it the what is this magical thing? Little stack on the right. Before the teapot. Okay. In this one. Yeah, there's a lot of things I haven't used yet because I'm like, but what if I find out the best way to use them, and then I just never use them. Yes, I'm here. Before the ribbon. Okay, wait. There. What thing could it be? What have I been underutilizing? Probably a lot, but like in this specific. Oh, yeah, seed. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, then that explains it. How do I get the thing though? Long has been my slumber to think the waters and soil. Oh. Just what changes us what to the soil and water of these lands. Do I need a specific recipe for it, or like instructions? Do I need to do like a specific? The forging. Ooh, hello. Thank you. And it's like a. Do I need a specific instruction manual or like the blueprints? Blueprints, that's what they're called. Instruction manual. Hello. There's so many. Maybe I can just run. I can just run. I am a fish. I've learned it already. Maybe. It's not impossible. I'm very late to finding these kind of things normally. Over there. Ooh, on here. So big. Ah, yes, no mistake. The secrets and the complexity are secured. They should head back to the. Is it just me, or is the music's not really here, right? Why won't the music show up? I want the music. But then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna talk to Fujin, and then we'll go check out the place. The forging. My mic is low still? Okay. Is this fine? Is this better? Like, it's saying that it's picking up, but I don't know.
The sacred simulacra are all ready.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Just tell me if it gets too loud, because I'm kind of scared that I'm blowing it up as well. Thank you both. The votive rain jade has been returned to its priests. Its priests? Are those the owls? And the statues have come back to their rightful places. The rain jade rite is now ready to be performed. But will Chenyu Vale really recover once you cast the rain jade in? That's right. Things will get better for us, little Mal. Nature, jade, humans. All is divinely dictated. The changes in the land and water in the Chenyu Vale, the malicious fog in the spirit veins, they are all essentially a sign of the earth moving against the flow of time.
Yeah. Huh. So that miasma-like thing is a manifestation of environmental disorder?
Every time I say like a big word as Paimon, it makes me feel like I'm a toddler saying them and I don't actually know what I'm saying. That's right. You can think of it like Shen Vale attempting to, how do I put it, return to nature. And what we intend to do here is to treat the land and soil and rid it of this sickness. Return to nature? After all, before humans left their caves and mountains to dominate the world and regulate nature, before Chenyu Vale or Bishui River got those names, the land, the mountains, and the rivers had their own order. Even I sometimes miss the cool mountain streams and the great rivers that would ebb and flow with the seasons. I mean, I was once a mere fish that swam. But if we let nature seize control of its order once more, the people of Chenyu Vale will suffer and languish. I hope you can understand. Yeah. In that case, let's dance! It is time. I'm supposing. Supposing. Is that a person? Am I seeing eyes?
Huh? Did it work?
That thing in the fog just now. It's Drancer. No, Drancer's the bird. Trigger. Oh my god. Even I'm saying the wrong one. Oh, bad me. Bad me. It seems I'm too feeble in my current state.
Huh? We got the votive rain jade and we replaced the simulacra, but it still wasn't enough.
I'm very sorry. It's not your fault. I need more power to overcome this trial. Just as the adaptal energy in the votive rain jade has dissipated into the spirit veins, so has my power, and also left me across the long years.
Huh? Will you grow really big just like the jade?
Probably not. She's also like, I hope not.
Just think about it though. Super Adeptus Fujin. Now 3 times the size. Well, is there any way we can restore your power?
The golden carp. Luan, you are wise indeed. Before you found a few golden carp. Found. What? A few golden carp. Carps? I could not even muster the strength to appear. Initially, I thought that we just needed to gather all the ritual implements, and that would make up for the deficiency in my power. I was not entirely open with you before, but neither the present nor the past me was anywhere near much for the adepti of the South. I feared you would consider me weak and unworthy of your help. Weak people deserve a lot of. Oh yeah, that is my PC going crash. Sorry. Uh, it might have just been really close to my mic. Yeah, it's an old laptop. We do this. See if that works. Did this help any? I turned off on the, or I turned up the, the noise reduction. It's a, my PC is like 5 years old. It's like, it managing fine, but it's also like, okay, good. I'm glad it's better. It's also like maybe not the best for this kind of stuff. Which is also why I tend to try and play easier games for my PC. Um, but yeah, I like my computer. Yeah, 8 years is a long time. That's, I mean, we should appreciate our things while we have them. I feel like it's not a good thing to just like throw them away. Oh yeah, MacBook Air as well. Yeah, that is a long time. I hope I hope it works. Yeah, it might be nice to get a new one next year. If you can afford it anyway, why not? Um, I'm thinking once I have a job and everything, I might try and like build my own stationary computer. Um, but we'll see how that goes.
Gee, is that it? I once thought you'd have something more important to say.
Yeah, just because you're weak doesn't mean you're not worthy of protection. You're worthy of it more. Oh yeah, payments plans are good for that kind of thing sometimes. I'm someone who like I like being able to save up and then pay for it immediately because I get anxious if I don't. But it is a really good alternative.
Well, there's no way we'd abandon and not make friends with you just because of that.
That I, the young master, consider your friend is no condition on your status as an adeptus. Yeah, like my old phone, I got it like that too. I just like paid everything. It's so nice because you're like, oh, everything is done. It's done. Which is, I think this is one of the reasons I'm never gonna be able to afford a house. Yeah, exactly. Then it's like yours in entirety. Yeah, I like that too.
Other than the whole young master bit, I want to say the same thing.
Yeah, who in our generation actually can afford a house? That's probably not gonna happen. Not even like an apartment. Maybe in Japan, we'll see, depending on how the taxes and stuff are. Um, my friend told me lots of stories about you. In my mind, even though we've just met, we're already friends. And I also want you to be happy with this. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with just like renting the apartment for now. Because also, like, if you own it, if something breaks, you're the one who has to fix it. At the moment, I'm living in an apartment with my friend. So, if something breaks, we're just like, just tell them it's wrong and they come and fix it for us. And it's really nice because then it actually gets fixed. The thing they've had the hardest time was like fixing my name, how it's spelled on things. That was like the hardest thing. It was just fixed last week. Yeah, I've heard as well that it's really expensive in India, right? Like my parents were looking into like getting an apartment in India for themselves, but they were like, yeah, it's not feasible. No, I like fixing it myself too, but like if it's like plumbing or electricity, I'm not gonna do that because it's too risky. If it goes wrong, it can go so wrong. Yeah, I'm guessing Goa is not the cheapest because there are a lot of um, tourists as well. All right. Thank all of you. Oh yeah, my parents were thinking of Goa. They were, I guess, I guess it would be around Mapsa, but I'm not sure. They had some friends they know there. Check for it. Yeah, Goa is super expensive, but that's where they know everyone. Everyone they know is there, so eh, eh. What you gonna do? At the moment, they're just renting though.
Well, that's more like it. So, where should we start looking for these golden carp?
I believe that you will have to go to the Yao Yaodia, sure, valley. There will be a cabin there with a golden carp hidden within. Oh, that would be really sweet, but we'll see how my parents feel and stuff. They're um, this is only their second year staying for like the whole half, like winter half of the year, but they seem to be able to like it. But yes, I will let them know. Thank you. They really do like India though, so they definitely want to be there, and they don't like the cold. My mom is like, I, as a person, oh, I think they would be really happy to like visit Pune. Um, I'm sure they would love to explore. They've gone to visit some. I mean, it would make more sense for me to come visit you though, but like, they've gone to visit some of their friends who don't live in um, Goa during the off season, kind of. Um, so I'm sure they'd love to go to like new places too. Yes, I would love to come visit. Um, at some point when I have money. I have no money. I'm like, oh my god. At this point, I'm like, can I buy another chocolate? It's like I'm gonna stop buying chocolate for a bit as well, but yeah. The thing is, my parents would probably be fine sending me to India for at least part of the way. They would probably be fine with that. But I don't like taking money from people. But yeah, also what I was gonna say was like I'm someone who like loves snow, like ridiculously much. And time, yes, plane tickets are expensive. Um, like any time. Oh, I mean, I will look into it once I have a job. I promise. Um, but yeah, I get super excited whenever I see snow, and I'm like, ooh, snow, and my mom is like, yes, don't rub it in. She hates it. Yes, I will. But yeah, we should. I mean, maybe I can even bring Ilery along, and the three of us could hang out for a bit. It would be fun. So, um, a carp golden hidden within. Yeah, help, help. Oh, that would be fun though. Like the three of us in a hotel room. I'm sure we would have a blast. That's fine. All good. I feel like it would just be so fun to hang out like that. Du-du-du-du. Okay. Okay, maybe we should start area. Don't kick your brother out, it's fine. I can get a hotel room. All good. I mean, I'm used to sleeping on the floor, but maybe. Okay, what thing am I supposed to get? No. Because you meant here, right? Or was in a different place? These are all prototype amber, not on there. I feel like I don't have the recipe. It looks like a blue bag. It's called an RE. I don't think I can make that. Eh, it's fine. I will figure out how to make it at some point. It will work. Yeah, true. I could try the alchemy table while we're here anyway. We got the music back at least. Maybe it was just like that area that didn't really have any music at the moment. A blue bag. There's always so much stuff in this one specifically. I get so like over overwhelmed. No, I don't think I have it. Oh wait, there are other pages. Give me a moment. Nope. What is this? Okay, sure. And that one only has the artifacts. Yeah, I don't think I have the recipe. I don't know how you get it either. We'll figure it out at some point. I can Google. I know how to Google. I swear. Um, I don't have any. You know what? Let's do this and unlock the map so I can actually see where I'm going. That might be helpful. It's okay. You don't have to. You're allowed to, but you don't definitely don't have to. I can Google myself too. I am more than capable of Googling. Specifically with Genshin, I Google a lot because I'm like, artifacts. What artifacts? And also, oh no, wrong way. I followed that one instead of. Yeah. Like artifacts and weapons and like for specific characters and stuff, I always Google because I cannot remember. But at least it's how do I get up there? We shall try. Maybe I can swim. What? I thought it was gonna make me fall, so I pressed it and then I made myself fall. Oopsie. Oopsie. Ooh. Thank you. I will. Wait. There. Now I have it opened for later, and I can check that out once. Oh, yeah. I am nowhere near. the level 5 one. I probably should work on those at some point. I've just not done that. I was like, I have more or less done what I need to. Up there. Okay. Um, so I don't need to get anything else. Are these the golden? Oh my god, you're level 10 in Fontaine? I think I'm like level 2 or 3 in most. Because I never do the bounties, which is like how I can properly level up. And wait, I think I've shown this before, but like these are my quests. And those are just the ones that I haven't. Damn. I know. At some point I need to go. I know. It's like I need to do my quests. But that's one of the things I want to do on stream. Like slowly go through the quests. Because I'm like, I know I'm not going to do them by myself. So the quest is fine. Okay, where do I need to go? Oh, I accidentally took away the thingy. I'm not resonating with you. Damn. How do you not. Like, I don't understand how you have that much done. I'm just like, I have no time. We're going there. I think it might be easier to go through this one. Hey, quests are fun. I agree. But um, I normally don't have the bandwidth, like mental bandwidth, to actually focus on that after I've after I'm done with like school and writing and everything that I'm trying to do. So normally I end up just doing like very simple. Ah, yeah, that does help. I've just like ever since I started playing, I have just um I've just been playing. I've just been like constantly working or traveling or um, like studying. So it hasn't exactly been. I haven't had a lot of time off to just kind of play. Ooh, we're going somewhere. Oh my god, the goats! I love the goats. Hi, butterflies are following me. Hello. Sorry, it's so pretty. Um, but yeah, I do also just like taking my time. Yeah, work and stuff is distracting. It's a good excuse. Ooh, ooh, hello. I'm assuming you want to attack these people or these creatures. Damn, to be that caught up, it's kind of impressive, honestly. What? Sway. Oh, I'm so excited for Ma'am. I'm so excited for Ma'am. There we go. I'm so excited for Ma'am to be playable. It will be a good day. Ooh, let me do the thing then. Nope. There we are. Yeah, same. I was worried for a while. I was like, maybe she won't be playable at all. It seems like most people are like guessing that. Oh, you didn't get stuck in it. Hold on. She's gonna be a spear user, and someone wanted, I think, wanted her to like, yeah, pull on, yes. And I think some people wanted her to like use a scythe, basically, which, to be fair, would be very cool. Scythes are cool looking things. And again, I just like swords, so I'm a simple person. It would be so cool if she had a scythe, right? It would be such a cool thing. Please, everyone, do enter.
It's me.
I mean, catalysts are so nice in that they constantly apply the element. It's so nice. I kind of I've been sleeping on them a bit. Wait, did it just say I hit it? I hit them, I don't investigate. Why am I walking around hitting ancient stuff? Sure.
Wait. Wait.
Ooh, that is a good team. I like that. Check the clues. I am the butler of this place, and I'm responsible for management of the master's abode. Okay, I will leave you to it then. That it sounds like it would be very fun to use, because it's like all reactions. Okay. Why am I just hitting things? Wait, I don't want to look at the ancient notes. I want to look at. Yeah, I want to. Let me write it. She has her own. Let me do it. Wait, wait. We're waiting for it. Come on, let us swing on the slide. Swing on the swing. I'm upset we can't write it. I'm gonna make Navia write her own then. Come on, you can do it. Oh, don't make those. Oh, I used to make those when I was a kid, and the different shapes and stuff uh, with the string. Oh my god, I had forgotten. Yeah, it was the wrong idol, but it made me like reminisce. I have not thought about that for a long while. Yeah, I think a star was one of the things I used to make too. Because it's like, I think it was one of those things that kids often like. Come on, give me the right idol.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. Come on.
Do you not have enough space? The content is blurry and only a few incomplete sentences written in elegant handwriting are legible. As the vivid butterfly converge in the jar. Yeah, we didn't. I mean, I did have the internet, and in certain ways, it was better because I remember I used to be able to, because like the internet was so slow, but I used to be able to pause a YouTube video and the whole thing would just load, and then I could just watch it when it had finished loading, and nothing does that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. My parents never really had a rule for it, but that's also because I was home alone. Um, After school and stuff, they would. What were they gonna say? Like, they weren't home, so how would they check me? Um, the adaptable energy surges anew, akin to the akin to new life restored to a withered tree. Go west and behold Lingshu courtyard and something. Mushroom. Come on. I mean, yeah. My parents helped me with a lot of my homework. So, or until a certain age, of course. But, um, yeah, no. When I got home and like was alone, I would just like watch TV or um, watch some like on YouTube or something, or honestly bake. I did that quite often. I can imagine. It's like whenever I had Swedish homework, um, and we had to do we had to do like the grammar. I could not understand grammar, and I was like, "Mom, help me." She was like, "You're doing the right thing." Yeah, that makes it even harder because it's not your like mother tongue. That my mom helped with English because I think we had a like a national test, and they were like, "Well, Luna has quite good English, but their conversational skills aren't very good." And then after the thing, my mom was like, "Do you guys practice talking in class at all?" And I was like, "No, not really." I mean, that's good though. That you at least had like a couple of subjects that you don't didn't need help with. Where's the thingy? Have I missed it? Maybe. But yeah, she would. So we like started doing um, English conversation for dinner, which like just think of all the people who didn't have my mom who happened to be an English teacher at home to like help them. It's kind of crazy. I'm like, yeah. I never actually copied homework though. I've never actually done that. It's one of those experiences. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have done that at some point. But also, uh, yeah. The branch she planted keeps growing. It seems the water and soil in the cave are quite nutritious. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think like the I don't know honestly. I the science subjects were quite fun for me. Maths I sucked at. Um, and then yeah, I did decently in those things. But like parents stopped helping with me with homework once I got to like junior high, I think. Hello, hello, Yupa. Yeah, I started chemistry in high school, and I was like, you know what, this is not for me. It got me too paranoid. Um, ooh, those are fun subjects though. Those are but a bit more. Ooh. I don't know. We're talking about. I don't know what you walked into. We're talking about like school for some weird reason. You like what we did there. Um, I don't know how we ended up in this conversation, but it's fine. um, yeah. How? Why? Who knows? We're here now. We're making the best of it. The branch. Like cry. Thank you. I guess. Thank you. I'm trying my best. Um, hello as well. The branch I planted keeps growing. It seems the water and soil in the cave are quite nutritious. Maybe in a few years, once it grows a little bigger, the medicine jar will be too small for this young tree. She connected to the door opening mechanism with a jar the branch is planted in, breathing life giving adaptable energy into said mechanism. I feel like having a door that's connected to a tree is a bad idea. Is that just me? Like, how are you gonna open it? It seems the jar containing the mechanism was damaged a long time ago. I wonder if the door can still open and close. Okay. But now where's the yeah, thingy, the thingy? We we have another owl place plate thingy, but I see no other owl. Am I just blind? Oh, investigate. This jar seems to be directly facing the door. Sure, but I already went up there. Is there something else behind here? Is there a secret door? Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Through the mountain. Secret, secret, secret tunnel. Do I just pick up the same dude again, maybe? Hello, Mr. Butler. Can I have your help? Do I have anything I want to talk about? Secret door. Like, if I ever have my own house that I get to do things with, I need a secret door. Like, uh, I got it. I can talk about things with you. If you're going to enter the master study, remember to touch the stone slate. It is something very important to the master. Okay. The door. Like a bookshelf door, and behind it is like a hidden library. How cool would that be? Oh, we're in here now. Wonderful. How did we get in here? Like, I know we touched the thing, but like, yeah. Secret library. Like, you can have like, you can have like things. You could even have like a couch and like a video game station, and like, oh my god, it would be so fun. I would live in there. We're here, big sis Fujin. Have you been waiting for us all this time? No, no. After leaving a secret study, I could write books on the secret study. How amazing would that be? After leaving Carp's Rest, I can only appear in places in which my power remains, and only by the grace of your adeptal energy, Luan. We have adeptal energy? Is it the one that she gave us so we can turn into fish?
Wait a minute. Didn't the gap in the middle of that mirror originally have something that went with the golden carp mural in it? Mural? Mural?
Why is that so hard to say as Paimon? Mural. I'm not sure. In truth, this is my first time seeing this mural as well. It's like rural, but mural. It does seem like it could have a fish in it. Like the tail, the things going up.
Huh?
I'm sure you've all heard of the battles that took place in the past. Kainria, the Arkan Wars. Yes, this cave was one of the shelters that we built for the inhabitants of Chenyu Vale, such that the innocent caught in the crossfire when the floods overturned the heavens and the earth split open could have a place of safety. Voice. I didn't expect that they draw a mural here, though. I feel like I'm saying that word wrong every time. It's like Benedict Cumberbatch and Penguin. I believe the ones depicted to be me. I mean, the big slippery carp little Mao mentioned, and a friend.
Huh. If that's the case, why did the most important part get taken somewhere else?
That's true. Why is that? Perhaps the satisfaction. The three of us were once great friends, with two of us becoming worshipped as adepti, and one of us always the mountain master. Later, Hubble, Hublord, Hublord. Okay, and I defeated together, and she most likely died too. Or perhaps the one amongst us who fought the last never submitted, and only heard news of us afterwards. The translation there was a bit off. But so basically, they fought a battle. One of them might have survived. One of them might have heard about it afterwards. Perhaps to her we were all traitors, with a depiction of myself and her blord, her blord, becoming an object for her to vent her fury against. Huh? Is that really the case? The painting outside looks like. Who knows? In any case, it's all in the past. So please, lend me your strength in nursing Chen Yu Veil back to health. I can feel that there's another golden carp lingering where I used to, near Mount Shanliang, I believe. Oh, so there's another. If we get that one, I should have enough strength to perform the ritual. Speaking of that, I must apologize for being unable to control the golden carp, even with you nearby. I know they might have given you some trouble, swimming through the air like that. It's fine, I just think of them like sillies.
It's fine. But really, where is the golden carp that should be here?
Well, inside the painting. Just use your adaptable energy to awaken it one. Use it.
Ooh,
Hello.
pretty fish.
According to what Fujin said,
We should use the adaptable energy to something something.
examine the mural.
Ooh, fishy.
You don't need to worry about the whereabouts of the carp. Meet us again at. Okay. I thought he was telling me to do it again.
Okay. Now how do I get there?
I'm gonna do this. Or maybe the other one was smarter, but yeah, it will be fine. Ooh. One of the things I enjoy the most about the game, though, is like the environments. They are very pretty, and I have the lowest settings on. Like these environments would be so pretty if you actually had like the full proper settings on it. Oh, there's a teleportation point there, so I can activate that. Oh, I'm assuming it's down. Yeah. I have a viewpoint too. Let me get it.
Look at this place.
It's so pretty. Uh, oh, I need to go up. I didn't think I actually need to go up onto the mountain, but I suppose we're going this way. There's so much I could find, and there's so much to just like explore. It's like overwhelming, but also exciting.
Look at this place.
It is like reminding me of spring, with like the colors and stuff, and that spring is coming. It's getting lighter outside. It's finally like light outside at like decent hours. Soon it's gonna be too much light outside. Is it fully on top of there? I think so. What if I just like jump into this thing? Will it take me up? No. Please move the waterfall above me away so that I may return to my thing. Something. The light it burns. Yes, sometimes. Ooh. Oh, I see. Ah. Uh, we're still like okay, but when it starts to be like the sun sets at 12, uh, and then it like rises again at like 2. It's a little bit much because it doesn't even get dark. What am I trying to do here? Hmm. There has to be like a proper way to get up, right? Because I need to go up there. And I have a feeling that just climbing up isn't going to be an option. Ah, there is. There we are, I think. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We can try. Maybe. Maybe. This is pretty. Look at this. Can you imagine walking there? That would be so nice. I want to go traveling. Where's the teleportation waypoint? Somewhere in this direction. Let's just try this. Hehehe. It most definitely. Oh, that's the teleportation waypoint. I see. I find it. I found. I'm falling. Always falling.
Oh, look at this place.
How pretty is this? That is where I'm going, so I'm very happy about that. But like, such prettiness. Are we having tea? Heck yeah.
Huh? There's a pavilion here on the mountain.
It's rather adepti style, which is true.
Huh. Paimon where wonders where we'll find that golden carp. This place is kinda huge.
Maybe we can do. Nope.
Maybe we can do what we did last time. Luan, the bit where you used the depthal energy on the mural and the carp turned out to be hiding inside. Look, Luan, there's 4 stone carp statues. They're floating. Look at that one. It's like wobbling up and down. So cute. You could make that with like magnets, right? Um, do you think there might be giant carps hiding inside? Huh, that does make sense. You're pretty smart, Lomao. Luan, is the depthal energy reacting in any way?
Not at all. But there seems to be something missing inside.
Huh? That might be where the critical clue lies.
Dropping my um, controller. Oh, Luan, over there. It looks like there's an orb inside one of the carp statues. Yes. Yes, the one I pointed to earlier. Didn't we find some statues of carps in large. Sorry. pearl on our way down the mountain. Maybe those are actually used for something. A real pearl of wisdom. Good. Worth a try. Good job, little mom. Hee hee. Hee hee. Heh. It's like when that's like I saw a meme that was like when I write hee hee, it's not hee hee, it's hee hee. I'm like, yeah, yeah.
Well, let's give it a go then.
Collect the spirit orbs. Okay, my thing is fully charged. The orbs. I can sit. Oh my god, look at this tea cup, pot. Like it's a tree. Yeah, like it's not like a cute sound at all. It's just like, hey, I am menace. Uh, can you imagine having a teapot that's whose handle is just tree and wood? It looks so nice. It's such an aesthetic thing. I am. Yes, gremlin noises all the way I jumped into the water. I don't know what I'm doing, I swear. It's so pretty. I love it. What are you? You're shiny. I am a crow. I'm just like, ooh, shiny, follow that. What are you? So pretty. A spirit carp. Nice. I was like, shiny, I will take. I don't think I'm supposed to go up. No. Wait. Collect all the blue. Yeah, I like blue. Oh, that's how I was supposed to get up. Yeah, that's like when I was playing with Ivory in the beginning, and she was like, I started following the Sealies almost immediately, and she was like, "How did you figure that out?" And I was like, "I don't know. I saw shiny. I follow." So it was like really wasn't more important, like more complicated than that for me. Because I need to do this one. How do I? Ah! You are more than welcome to. Of course, then you would have to do a. Either you would have to make um a, a Europe one, or either you has to make a. Uh, collect the spirit orb. But how? I appreciate your offer. I am on Asian server, so it would be either who would have to get one of those. You could beat everything up for me already. I mean, you are allowed to, but like, please return with the floating stone from San Diego. Oh, is it? Ah, she's busy today. I see. Okay, I was just not reading properly. Nah, she's having fun at least. I'm happy. I was like, there's no. She doesn't need to be here every time. She has a life. She's allowed to. I'm happy for her. Oh, do I still need to collect something from it? This is typical me as well. I'm like, I think I've finished this, and then I leave, and it's like, no, wait, actually, I still need to do something with this. Okay, now I got it. Okay, now I know what to do. Carp spirit orb. Hair. Flower also so nice. Like the glaze lilies are so pretty. And I love the lamp flowers. They're not called lamp flowers, are they? Basically lamp flowers. Ooh, fire! Fire! Be caught in my fire tornado. Eek. I really need a healer at some point. I feel like my kitchen is now at least level 90, so it's at least a bit easier. I feel like she does a decent damage now. Haha. Mother. So I need to move something to there. Can I then move that one to this side? There we go. See, once I get the hang of it, it's okay. I do okay with things then. Just like sometimes my brain is slow. Let's go. I need to go up for that. It would be typical me to just like run into the water and just die immediately because I had no more stamina. That is absolutely something I've done so many times. Such a pretty place. I need to. Move that one. It can move away. And I can move this one. So they're the same height. I don't think so. Ah. There we go. It took me so long to figure out how I was doing that I had to like send them through stuff. But at least I got it. And now we have three orbs. Skyrider Greatsword. I cannot see that and like take it seriously anymore. After I found out the backstory. Cause like why? Why, person? The idea of flying is nice, but maybe don't try and do it on swords. Just a suggestion. Do do do. One, two, three. Ta-da! My apologies for the poor hospitality. It's been a long time since I enjoyed tea with others. That would be such a pretty place to have tea. Hopefully, my brewing skills have not deteriorated too much over time. One, I mean, I have some experience in appreciating tea. It was also thanks to this that I was able to tell that this year's tea offerings smelled off. I was like, smelled? Smelted? Brain work. That's how I discovered the trouble with the soil and water quality. Huh. Didn't think the offering rites would be so useful. Looks like it wasn't some sort of meaningless tradition after all. The second one seemed a bit harsh. Well, I suppose now I can tell those who fail to appreciate the value of tea about its value with confidence. Come, Luan, have some tea. Is this your teapot, Fujin?
Yeah, there were that time in the UA Harvard when we fixed Madame T's teapot for her. Hmm. You, if you think about it, we seem to have quite a connection with tea. connection with tea.
Connectivity? Maybe? I I apologize for nothing. I am proud of my puns. Madame Ping. Aha, I think I know of whom you speak. We were acquainted back in the day, along with her friends. As Little Mouse said, I was once just a giant carp. Hey, I'm glad you approve of my pun. I feel like we have similar dad humor. It's good. Unable to leave fresh water for too long, nor live in salty waters. As such, they sent me one of these teapots. So it is a teapot, but why doesn't our teapot look like that? It looks so pretty. It's so like nature inspired. I know you love puns. That's why I keep sending you pun stuff. I'm like, yes, another person who appreciates it. It's like I could send it to Eilery, but that would just be too annoying. That was how my friends would have been able to take me inside my teapot, of course, to Greeley Plains and Luya Harbor to meet those lovely people they spoke of. Unfortunately, such a time never quite came. Oh, is this like? Is it in? Oh my god! Is it in Pokemon or something that where they're like, "Hey, I want to see something. I want to see the world. Can you bring this along?" And you're just like carried with you through the your travel. Luan, Paimon, you've been to Lea Harbor. Could you tell me more about the city?
I'd like to hear about it too. I've never been. Well, Paimon would like to start from one main restaurant.
How about I handle the explanations this time?
Sure, but don't you dare skip over any eating bits.
So restaurants. It is a port city built nestled against the mountains. You begin only for the Fujin to interrupt you. She notes that she'd like to hear your Liu story. You understand and begin again. When we were okay. When we arrived in Liu Harbor, Paimon and I were just in time for the rite of descension. The child and the adeptus before you listen to your words, and Paimon's incessant interjections, leaning forward as you speak, exclaiming in shock and relaxing as the tension in the tale rises and falls. They also add their own commentary and questions about Liu, such as the food and flavors available in restaurants, the toys the old lady sells, the gems and the jewelry of Feiyun Slope and such. As you watch, Fujin and Lun Mao and Paimon be so moved by the tale. Along this journey, we met many friends and experienced so many things. It was all worth it. I can only hope that in the end it will all be worth it. Yeah, hope.
Wow, a sea monster, huh? That's amazing.
New Harbor is not what I imagined. Do you find it disappointing? Well, no, just different. Being different doesn't make it bad. I like the Lee Harbor you described. It's good to hear that after all this time, our dear Herb Lord. Oh, wait, is it a Herb Lord? Not her Lord. Herb Lord. Oh my god. I was like, why is it like Blord is a very weird sound to have in the middle of a name. It is weird because it's probably Herb Lord. Oh my god. Herb Lord was able to find a home there. I think that's simply wonderful. Is Herb Lord Madame Pink? It has to be Herb Lord, not Herb Lord. Herb Lord makes so much more sense than like her Blord. What the heck is Blord, and why would it start with her? Like, surely it's her Blord. Oh my god. Uh, what about you, little Mao? Can you tell me about you and your friends? I'm curious to know what she's like. Sure. I mean, Paimon and Luan have met her already, so it wouldn't be fair if I didn't tell you. So, this is how we met. At that time, I was still, well, at that time, I was still a little kid who didn't know anything about the mountains. It was nighttime, and some wild beasts were following me through the forest. It was super scary. Finally, I was chased to a clearing and surrounded by those beasts. For a moment, I was convinced I was going to be eaten. And suddenly, they all backed off into the woods, and then they were gone. When I looked back, there she was, looking at me. She was like jade, but there was a dignity to her. Yeah, that's how a kid speaks. Like, no, I can't imagine a kid going like she was like Jade. That makes sense, but like, not the second part. I knew it then that she was the master of the mountain that my grandparents had told me about. I wasn't scared. I just told her, "I finally found you. I've been looking for you for so long." I don't know why, but she lowered her head in thought before walking off. She made no nose, no nose, no noise as she did so. I listened as hard as I could, but there were no sounds of anything stepping on branches or fallen leaves. After that, I would sometimes catch sight of her, moving between trees in a flash. Sometimes the rising moonlight would outline her shadow as she stood atop the mountain. At that time, I thought it was strange. Why hadn't I seen her before? She was always there after all. I wanted to talk to her, but she would always turn and leave. It was only later that she became willing to talk to me. Much later on, she would take me up very high mountains and into very deep forests. Imagine having this kind of friend as a child. It would be amazing. Like, you go into the forest and you just befriend a mythical creature who takes you on adventures. That would be my dream. Lucky child. In the beginning, Shaoying's village was a nameless, barren mountain, and the rivers had a real temper. Sometimes they'd flood, and other times they would all but wither. And on that barren mountain, she made two friends, a fish and a snake. Oh, snake. That's not Madame Ping, is it? Is that is that right? His name's not right. Is that Zhongli? Because he's a dragon? Is that why? But later, the snake was cut into pieces. No, never mind. The fish sank into the sea. And then only Bluey was left. The snake is the one that Zhongli killed, maybe? Thank. I'm sorry. Thank you, little Mao. Also, don't tell anyone about my friend, alright?
Of course we won't.
You seem quite familiar with this friend of little Mao, Fujin. Indeed, but that was all in my past life. Many years have passed since I could no longer move freely. I suspect that I might not recognize her any longer, though from little Mao's words, she might not have changed too much.
Past life?
Perhaps that is not the most accurate way to phrase it. I did not utterly perish, but I did lose my original form. My strength and wisdom dissipated along the spirit's veins. This is also why I invited you and Luan to Carp's Rest. If we're not here, there. If we were not there, I would not even have a form to show you, or a voice with which to speak to you. It is thanks to you that I have been able to slowly regain my previous strength. Coming here and once more seeing the scenes with my own eyes, meeting old friends from the past, and more importantly, making new ones. I'm very glad. How did you die? Which is a very rude question to ask, it seems to me. Just like, how did you die? Very casually. My memories of that have gone foggy. The Herb Lord, the Herb Lord and I were both servants of another god, and it was I that organized the rain jade rite, administering the rivers and the mountains of our Lord. As for the other, she was, as she is, a beast, wild and free. In those peaceful days, I also climbed waterfalls to Mount Alkang. That was not right. And Mount Hulao. And there I met with the Adepti, whose powers and wisdom far eclipsed mine. Of course, that was all before the war. Our Lord was not a heinous being by any means. Once upon a time, she made many dreams come true. If there was any evil, it was the Archon War itself. What happened next needs no further explanation on my part, I'm sure. Yeah, wars are evil. I don't care about whose side you're on. Like, generally speaking, just don't war. Just don't. It's not a good thing. It's not good for any side. Please don't. Um, you talked about how you and Herblord were defeated. That's right. That might have been the bravest thing we've ever done. And our Lord had all but gone and seeking the position of a god who may rule this world, or perhaps seeking survival. Either way, she'd like the power to overcome Morax. So, in a final desperate gamble, she caused the Vishui River to flood, hoping to destroy everything downstream. Of course, she knew that would mean for Chenyu Vale and its people what that would mean.
Wow. But I don't think that's something you should never do. Period.
Yeah, perhaps that's just what war does to people. Either way, that was our final adventure as a trio of friends. Lingyuan attacked people with her familiars, herding them to the shelter, we had prepared. Our lord fought against our mistress, while I climbed Mount Lingmeng and hurled the votive Jane raid into the rising waters. Of course, that wasn't a proper rain jade rite. It was simply the release of the adeptal energy stored within the jade pendant to have the earth open its maw and swallow the river, and allow the jade mouth to grow and stabilize the flow.
Wow. What happened next?
Didn't Blue Mouth tell you all how it ended?
Yeah, that's right. Like, really?
Alright, that's enough about the past. We should get back to performing the rite itself.
True, but what about the golden carp? Isn't that what we're looking for?
In truth, you've already found it. As with the previous one. That's how I was able to appear before you. It's just that I missed the scenery here a bit too much, so I couldn't help but have a long chat with you. After all, your sense of time and mine are not the same. You won't tarry long once your objectives are complete, will you? As such, I apologize. Please forgive my capriciousness. It does sound like the the, the veggie, right? Like Capri salad. Capri. Go back to look for Fujin. Fujin. Fujin wa doko desu ka? Oh wait, there was a teleportation point there. Never mind. Let me go back. Actually, heal me first. That's a good idea. Why won't it heal me when I'm up there? That doesn't make sense. Teleportation. Let's go. Are we gonna have to fight the cool Pokemon? I hope not. Though my power is still a far cry from how it was in the past, thanks to your aid, I have regained much strength. Thank you. Next, we need to perform the ceremony. What effects will it have? It's been thousands of years since we last performed it, and the mountains, rivers, and spirit veins have all changed a great deal. But if all goes well, the votive rain jade will resolve the issue. Well then, let's begin. They're so cute, the little owls. They're just like tiny things that you put that are just like stuck there. Just like oh. Ah, the music. Okay, let's see. We might have to fight something now.
The fog's dissipating. Wow, what's that?
Huh. It's just like in the mural. Do you remember Paimon? The one with the two golden people and something in between them.
Wow, you really are impressive, Lumao. Someone didn't remember that at all.
Behold the sacred mountain. In my era, to merely climb it was already transgress. But the ancestral inhabitants of this place are gone, and the communing path lies waste and broken. Who shall judge us now? This is where the spirit veins of Chenyu Vale converge. Through it, I can transmit my adaptal energy throughout the Vale, restoring its waters and its soils. We are only one step off from achieving our goal. Are you prepared, Luan? Let's do this. Indeed. So is that the road to Kanadia? Is that what you're saying? Ooh, that's pretty. And look at the stars in this picture. Yeah, that should be like Celestia, right? Climb the sacred mountain. In the mountain. Can I not? Oh, I just activated. Okay, never mind.
I am a fish.
A fish.
Fish.
Ah, now we can see this. Okay. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. There remains determined. How could she? Huh? Sorry, who now? Let's get rid of the miasma here first. So this one?
Get up fast. Woo! I fell down.
And you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Excuse you? Move. Thank you. Ooh, big boy. Big boy. Hello. No. Big boy.
Ah,
Run. Hiya. Yee. Hiya. Look. Ooh, run! Run! Ah. These really are very slow to beat. Soon! Almost there. Okay. Got that one. Just like this lone one just standing and shooting with their arrows. It's kind of cute, almost. It's like, okay, you're there. I need to do some more cooking later on. Activate! We are turning into a fish and following you. Tea really is so good. What would I do without tea? It's so cool. Look at this Pokemon. How such a cool Pokemon. Ling Lingyuan, I perceived that it would be you, and I do miss you so. But this really might be a bad time. So Bluey's name is Lingyuan? You look so sad. Don't be like that. Speak with me. The opportunity to speak. I mean, she's basically Pokemon. Look at her. Them, her, him, whatever. The Pokemon. It's basically like a mix of like a um, what's that one called? Ah, the third movie. The one the like the lion, the legendary lion Pokemon mixed with like the legendary. Oh, maybe yeah, the doggy from the sword too. I was thinking of like the thunderous. Why do I remember that one, but not. Yeah, it starts with E, right? But like it looks like that one. The opportunity to speak. Very cool. So cool. The opportunity to speak will come, but it is not now. You know this. So fluffy. I wanted friend. So friend shaped. Such friend shape. I know this, but I cannot allow it. Wait just a while longer. It will end soon. I do not like the things up there, but it does not matter. Just leave it to me, Fujin. I do not like the things up there. Is that Celestia? Are things happening in Celestia? Is that what you're saying? Do not come up here.
Ooh! Hello, do I have to fight you? I don't want to fight you. Lou! And climbing. Lou! Lou! Lou!
It almost sounds like that. Like when I have to say it, it sounds like the. Like ooh, but ooh. Oh. Company Fuji. Doko. That way. that song is just stuck in my head. Thank you. So I'm just gonna give me one moment. I'm gonna just. Look at this. That's so cool. Just like without all the stuff in front of it. Okay, I will go back. I will follow what you're doing now. I just needed to look at the big floating stuff. I'm quite sorry for not being completely frank with you earlier. Though I became aware of it during our travels, I did not wish to believe that my old friend Lingyuan would be the source of the storm that buffets Chenyu Vale. Yeah, I actually had an inkling already.
Oh, you did? When? How did you figure it out?
She. Oh, she. It is a her. Okay, we now know the pronouns. I maybe gave her the wrong voice, but you know what? I'm gonna stick with it. She. Blood and I once defended Chenyu Vale together. To think that she would do something so wicked. Her disruption of the spirit veins has caused the miasma to propagate, and the one who stopped me from performing the rites the first time was also her. But Big Sis Fujin, Bluey, I mean, Lingyuan, isn't a bad person. I know, little Mal. She's your friend, but at the same time, she is the greatest threat to Chenyu Vale. If she controls this sacred mountain, she will wield the power to completely alter the land of Chenyu Vale in the blink of an eye. Ooh. Sorry. I'm just like, I need to switch how I'm sitting. There we go. I fear that Ling Yuan has already entered Chiwang Terrace before us. She means to rewrite the flow and path of the spirit veins. We have little time left. What time is it actually? Okay. Half an hour. Luan, you have mastered the adeptal energy available here in Chenyu Vale. Ling Yuan and her familiars will not be your match. We are a badass. Please accompany me for a time and aid me. For the sake of the people of Chenyu Vale, I will perform a ritual and open up the way to Chiwang Terrace. Please stay by my side and protect me. Okay. Ooh. Down we go. Ooh. Do I actually need to... You're easy enough. Where's the last one? There you are. Ah! Did I lose more health?
Ooh.
Ooh. Ha! Give me some more health. The kitten one is so cute. The kitten bento is just like so cute. It makes me want to try making one. Not sure I would succeed, but I could always try. It ended. Why won't you listen to me? Will you not wait? Is this something to do with Celestia? Because it is definitely pointing up. Your strength is feeble. You cannot match me. But do not worry. You will soon recover. Lingwan. Lingyuan. Say no more. Luan and I will stop you. We will stop this. We will stop this plan to destroy Shenju Whale. The ritual is complete. The gate to Chiwang Terrace is now open. Ooh. The world seems to spin for a moment, and then you open your eyes once more. You're already above the clouds. Where are we? Also, my mom has sent me something, which is slightly worrisome. The world. Okay. It just hasn't moved. Ley line disorder. When Lingyuan changes the direction of the spirit phase, the miasmic simulacra will be continuously generated. These simulacra will be able to continuous damage to nearby characters when it is gathered hydro and landed energy. If there is any miasmic simulacra still present, you will gather them all as well to power up the attack. Use the energy limit is. If all are eliminated before it begins open, the spirit veins will stabilize once more, reviving all party members and granting them protection from the spirit vein for a short duration. Well, that's nice. While spirit vein protection is active, the attack will increase, freezing while she is gathering hydro at energy, and then use shatter, melt, or other elemental creation breaks, get the ice, and briefly immobilize her. I don't have an ice person. Attack neither with elemental type attacks that their golden reactions with unable to break the spirit wind. Okay. It's so pretty! Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Give me some attack and some defense. Fire! Well, everything seems fine still. That was a lot of health that went away. I really need to build a healer. Like, I don't have a good... I don't have any ice with me at the moment. What do you want me to do? Oh, she's standing there. Hello. I did not see that. Ah! Give me a moment. Health, please. Use adapt by energy. That was not what I meant to do. Yeah, I might do that. Probably. Okay, that healed all my characters at least. Which is nice. I would appreciate that. Honestly, I'm like looking for a healer and I'm like, oh my god. Ooh. I'm like, at the moment, my healer is Noeru, which works, but not super well. Like on the Asian server, I have Baizu, and he's such a good healer. That is like... Ooh. No, like, Noeru was great to begin with. Baizu is so good. But yeah, she was good to begin with, but she's really hard as you get like stronger bosses and stuff. So I need someone who works in a different way. Yeah, I really liked her to begin with, but yeah, now it's a bit... It's happening again just like back then. Woo! Ah ha ha! Food.
Wait, wait, wait.
Food. At least I've eaten in real life. I'm not hungry IRL. I ate before I streamed. Have you eaten? Food is important. Please remember to eat and drink water. I know they're having like a conversation in the background. I am hearing none of it. Oh, nice. Good. Yeah, I also did that, but I'm way before you. Yeah, I didn't really follow what they want me to do for a moment there, so let's just avoid the. Woo. Yeah, I eat early because I sleep early as well. Oh my god. If I can actually also get Mam as my fire, that would be so nice. Ah! Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I only have like poor Nahida. That makes sense then. No, I only have like Nahida, the poor baby. I'm so sorry. I eat breakfast and then I eat lunch and then I eat dinner. That's it. Typically speaking. Lingyuan. Human, let me tell you what you shall do. Fire arrows at my heart. If you approach up close, strike me with your sword. I will fight you to the last. He's so cool though. Yeah, then I understand that you would like have a later dinner as well. Yeah. Sorry, one moment. Because it makes sense then that you would need it slightly less in that way. There. You are the only one here who can fight. That's true. We are the only one here who can fight. All the other ones are just kind of standing by, I guess. When I have crushed your neck, I will triumph. No! I don't intend to kill you. Why? I do not understand. You have already lost. No. You're Fujin's friend. Fine. You may ask me one question. She's so like, you gain my respect. In that case, in the case that you gain my respect, you get a question.
You still really care about doing things like that, even though you lost her?
Then let us exchange questions. Lil Mal, do you have any questions? Bluey, why did you have to fight? Can't we all be friends? You bunch of two-legged. And you, Fujin. You have not the strength to form two legs of your own, yet you wish to walk in their form and speak to me? But how can humans and wild beasts ever be friends? That's not true, Bluey. You're lying. If that's the case, why didn't you just let those beasts eat me back then? If humans and beasts can't be friends, then you're a beast and you shouldn't have helped me. My actions are sometimes beyond even my own understanding. You were merely fortunate. So what you're saying is you have no self understanding. I was about to say självinsikt, but yeah, so you have no understanding of yourself. Well, why didn't you just eat mountain as well? Oh, the lady. I was like, who's mountain? The one from Fontaine, right? She almost bumped into you while lost in the fog at the foot of the mountain. I saw it.
You humans possess such wisdom that even nature submits to your will. In that case, you tell me, why didn't I eat her?
Oh, what kind of question is that?
Mount Laishin. Laishin is there to Adeptus Fujin.
Let's just assume that you are correct. She has told me much about the Rain Jade Rite. Perhaps those memories affect my actions.
You actually remember everything I told you?
Every year before the rite, you would tell me in that white snake how expectant you were and how nervous. And after the rite, you would tell us how the festivities were so fun and lively. You would always speak, and could not help but listen. Only humans forget. I forget nothing.
That sounds like a specific character right now.
You have cleared this doubt of mine. Now you may ask a question.
Well, Adeptus Fujin, have you any questions? Thank you, ma'am. Just a while back, Lingyuan and Lingyuan, I was telling them stories about our past. Why do you wish to wreck Chanyu Vale, which we once fought so hard to protect?
You planted tea trees, promising to enjoy tea with us. This too, I remember. But that sort of tea no longer exists. I want to change this land. I want to make it like it was all those millennia ago. You have walked with humans for too long. You have forgotten that you, I, and the snake all came from nature. I knew that you never truly perished, and you did not depart this place like the snake. So I won't wish to change this place to the form it had when you were born. All these years, I have been slowly adjusting the spirit veins.
Oh, I get it. So that's where the miasma came from.
Correct. Side effects. In the end, the process will change the soil and the waters, and the forest to what they should have been.
What the soil, the waters, and forests should have been?
You truly have forgotten the past. The rivers rose and fell with the rains, and their paths was not fixed. The tea trees and flowers were not trimmed or cultivated, nor did they exist for humanity. In such an environment, you would regain your own old form and frolic once more in the great rivers. You would regain your strength. Spiritual power blankets the land in those days. Blanketed. The wild shrubs grew thick. Now the mountains and forests were silent, and the shimmering voice of the spring waters, tinkling like jade, can be heard no longer.
I mean, I get her though, because it's like there's so little like proper forest left in the world that isn't like cultivated and like monoculture. Um, and yeah, it's definitely needed for like most creatures, like survival in general. But it doesn't mean that there shouldn't be balance, and you can still make nice tea. You can just make less of it.
But you don't understand. You still think you must stop me.
Lingyuan, I can count myself more blessed than most to have lived such a happy life. And in the end, my soul returned to my home. You're the one who does not understand.
Yes, and I have never understood. After you defeated me, you should have taken my territory. You planted tea on my mountain and gave that land to the humans. I do not understand why you did this. Shenyu Vale was once but a nameless land, and we were nameless insects, beasts, and fish. I was the master of an uncultivated mountain, and today that place belongs to neither of us. You took a human form and walked among them. You instituted the Range-Ape rite and helped them change their soil and water. I did not understand them either, but I could see how happy you were. The snake changed into a human form and used her knowledge to create medicines and save the sick.
Baisu snake? Because, like, why does the snake speak? Well, I guess there are a lot of animals that speak, but not normally normal animals, right?
I could understand how the agile human fingers could help her do what she wished, but I do not know why it was done. What happened after caused me still more confusion. Is it actually her? Is that actually the snake? Oh my god, that's so fun though. I can't believe I actually figured something out. You fought alongside humans and their so called gods, and you perished. Humans fighting each other over territory and survival. Now that I can understand. You both belong to the Great River and the Mountain Forest. Oh, it would be so nice for all of them to like have a reunion. And like she'd also see that like the snake is now like a snake again, but still chooses to be with humans. Aw. Um, you both belong to the Great River and the mountainous forests. You should have chosen to leave them and live on with me. Let that which is human belong to them.
Sneaky snake. Sneaky snake. Sneaky snake.
It's a boop noodle, or what was it? Yeah, I think it's a boop noodle, or a danger spaghetti. No, I don't remember. Um, and nature belonged to nature. Even if our territory were to shrink, we would still live freely. But now you wish to stop me and defend this land subdued by humanity. Answer me, why? Lingyuan, my friend, it is as you say. I do wish to protect them. Do not answer me with my own question. I was asking you why.
This Lingon might be a beast, but she sure cares about the order of things, huh? I know. That's how I learned so much from her.
So you guys were just discussing stuff in the mountains?
Well, not totally. That said, after hearing everything Blue said about Big Sis Fujin, I thought they'd be happy to meet each other.
At first, I was like you. I did not understand humanity, and I did not enjoy their excessive demands and love of courting, or their eternal desire to have more than they need, while caring so little for the needy themselves. Trading, wealth. Like you, I didn't understand these concepts, and I did not understand why they influence human joy and sorrow. But across the long years, I have also seen many other things. The cries of children break my heart, and the sound of an old person's shattered memories saddens me, just as though it were all a microcosm of these mountains and rivers. Uh, my voice is starting to go, I think. Have you noticed them? Seen them? The children who washed their little feet in the streams. Fishermen laughing beneath the light of the rainbow arc. The moonlight trusts of lovebirds, their figures painted silver. Humans, too, are creatures of this land. Just how different is their innocence from ours? You mean to say that you have chosen to take their side due to these emotions, not through natural principles or logic, and not due to anyone's orders? I suspect that Herb Lord have had much the same reasons as I. That said, I'm sure she'd put it all very differently. I remain unsatisfied with your answer, Fujin. I do not understand. Do you not? I think you've understood for a long time. When our Lord, when our previous God raised the waters, it was you who brought your familiars around to attack the people and drive them to the shelters we created. And I just wish to help my friends, to make their wishes reality. Such a pretty Pokemon. I want to be friends. Even if doing so means going against nature and the principles you follow? Even if it meant going against nature and the principles I follow, I would do so anyway. Well, then, we aren't all that different now, are we? Didn't you also choose your own position on account of your feelings? I am satisfied with your answer, Fujin. Now, you may ask a question. Very well. May I ask the next question, Luan? Paimon? Ask away.
Paimon can't really think of any good questions at the moment. Since you've got one, you go right ahead.
You acknowledge my answer, acknowledge me, and acknowledge that you made choices based on your own feelings. Now let me ask you. No, don't ask. You know what I'm going to ask, right? If I needed your help, Would you still make the same choice? That's right. Oh, that was. I. And what is your answer? Yes, I would. Even should another 1,000 years pass, and even if you asked me a thousand more times, my answer would just be the same. Aww, their relationship is so cute. In that case, Lingyuan, I do in fact need your help. I truly wish to save the people of Chenyu Vale, so please don't stop me from nursing the waters and soil, alright? I promise you, Fujin, you have walked with humans for much time and have learned their cunning, while I am but a foolish beast. My claws and teeth are sharp, but I am no match for you. Basically, you're saying you have a soft spot for her. It's okay. Thank you, Ningyan. And thank you, Paimon and Lil Mao. You've accompanied me for so long, and you've helped me a lot. I wouldn't have made it here without you. Gee, I'm happy to have helped you, big sis. I'm so glad that Bluey got to meet you all, too. I was so worried when you thought. You also have my thanks, Luan, little Moi, little Mao, Moi, little Moi, little Moi. You're thanking me? It was you who brought Fujin to me, though the circumstances of the meeting were not what I had hoped.
And what about Paimon?
She's like, sorry, who are you? That's so rude, but I love it. She's really like, who are you? Of what consequence are you here? Alright, then, let us begin. Uh, are we getting a cutscene? It's loading very slowly today. Pretty! I just hope this doesn't mean she died. That's all I'm hoping. Honestly. Please just don't be dead.
Big sis Fujin? Big sis? Huh? Where did she go?
Yeah, okay, she did. Because I've been like thinking about it for a while. And I was like, oh, is she just doing this and that's why you don't want her to do it because she will die? Yeah. Do you still not understand? She used all the energy she accumulated recently to nurse the land.
Wait, if that's the case, does that mean...
Yes, it is as you suspect.
But she struggled so hard to...
Though we have now finished nursing this. Okay, she's not there. And water, the miasma that remains will not disappear immediately. So you'll have to be careful out there.
Eh?
Sorry for making you all see me like this. It is just as Lingyuan said. I have completely used up the energy I accumulated recently, and I can no longer maintain my favorite form.
Ah, I want that.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm most glad you're still here. And that is Fujin. Seriously, Lingyuan.
What about me? She wasn't entirely wrong, Paimon. As long as you're still here, that was Fujin. Though my form is as it has is though my form is as it has become, I am far more comfortable than before. At first I was trapped at Carp's Rest, and could only reminisce about the outside world through the scent of tea offerings. If I had not met you and Paimon, people of such compatibility with the spirit veins, I would have had none but my shadow to talk to, much less be able to leave Carp's rest. Thank you for your concern. Please forgive me, but I must depart now. I'll need a bit of rest. And another thing, Lingyuan. Speak. What else would you have me do? Or not do? Nothing. Just that I just didn't get to say this due to the circumstances that prevailed before, but it's so good to see you again. I know. Oh, I really like the relationship. Thank you all.
Huh? Where did that one come from?
I should thank you for bringing her back. Safe, smooth, and slippery. That sounds really off. I don't like that. Even the way in which her fins move is the same as I remember.
You sure have a strange way of remembering people. Or fish. Whichever.
I do not know how you did it, nor why you were able to obtain her adeptal energy. All these thousands of years and I never once heard a voice.
It might be due to Lan's um unique constitution.
We're a freak. We can absorb everything, apparently. We're a sponge. I see. However, I am but a foolish beast. Even if I wanted to see her again, I would not know of a better way. I could only spend thousands of years clumsily imitating her methods, regulating the spirit veins in this land. I am quite stupid, and I only know these methods. And oh my god, sorry. And so I did it. It was akin to scooping every droplet from a rushing river, and every grain of sand from the vast desert. I knew as well that she would not smile as she once did, even if these mountains returned to how they once were. She, I, and the snake once laughed and swam happily here. Those days will never come again. Never say never. The only constant is change, but sometimes change means going back to. Sometimes it's circular. She loves humanity too much, even more than she loves herself. And I succeeded, she would only hate me. But that would not have mattered to me, so long as she could regain her form and swim freely as once more. See, that's why I'm like, it's a really sweet relationship.
Oh, and Paimon thought you were more concerned about nature.
Of course I care. A land untamed by humans, and a land of wild beasts. But that is a different subject from the matter of Fujin. If she thinks that a land tamed by humans is better, and that the strange tea leaves grown on such land taste superior, then I shall do what pleases her. So thank you. Um, you're welcome.
Well, speaking of that, I was curious. What did the tea leaves taste like in the past?
When the land changed before, the tea leaves flavor was much closer to what it was in the past, apart from some differences due to human influence.
Wait, do you mean that weirdly flavored tea cakes we had were?
In that case, I prefer the current flavor profile. Tea leaf cultivated by humanity will be more to the liking, of course. What I do not understand is Fujin's tastes. If the snake was here, we could ask her opinion, but perhaps her tastes have also become strange from spending so much time with humans. Before you go, Luan, I have one final question for you. Those that come from nature will, for some reason, go against nature, against the laws of nature originally followed. Will humans also go against humanity, against the principles they initially followed, for certain reason? I think that depends on the circumstances and depends on the people. You may as well have said just yes. Depends. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Thank you. I have received the answer I desired. Well then, little Mao, Nuan, and Paimon, we shall meet again. I hope so. You're my favorite Pokemon now.
Alright then, see you later, Bluey. Also, remember to take care of Big Sis Fujin. She seems kinda weak right now, so she could use some extra care.
I will. Farewell. Please wait, Lingyuan. I have a question for you as well. Ask them. I do owe you that. If human activities are part of the laws of nature, how would you view humanity? A strange question. In the distant past, we were indeed part of nature, but they were indeed part of nature, but they are so no longer. This is because I agree though. We are far removed from nature in a way that most animals are not. No, I need to give this question more thought. Next time we meet, I will give you my answer.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to. Or let's just look at the character archive to see who I have that could be a healer. Cookie? Maybe? Does she do damage too? Or, like, how is she as a character? I think I'm more inclined to do Cookie then. Well, but I still have. Like, the issue is that I have no healers that don't use the one of the. Uh, like, wait, if you look at my party, like, I use Air Traveler and Catching, and so I already have air and uh, electricity, so it feels weird to like build up a healer that doesn't add anything to the actual like team in that way too. But yeah, that might just be me being weird about this. I'm like, true. I never think about that. Like that there's actually the double resonance thingy. But yes, I will. I can try maybe Cookie then. But yes, I think I will leave it here then. Because I like Cookie's um, design. I like the ninja part. Well, I guess Sayu is also a ninja, kind of. Um, but yes, I do not have Chi-Chi. I'm fairly certain anyway. Wait, that was the wrong place.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I was trying to like look for her in this. Where is she? Yeah, no, I don't have her. It's on the other one I have. I have Chi-Chi on the Asian server. Uh, but yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night now. I'm slightly tired, and also my mom sent me messages, and it's quite late in India right now, so I'm slightly concerned. So I'm gonna go and check with that. But yeah, true, 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 true. I will think. Yeah, because I need to have some kind of healer at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna go check on them. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out. It was so fun, and at least we're almost done with uh this quest now. So not that far left. But yes. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Take care.